Yeah, welcome back to the DVD commentary for the Tomorrow People, The Dirtiest Business. This is A Spy Dies, which you'll never get the ending,
A
obviously.
Spy is Born.
It's never really, A Spy is Born, the first episode, Spy Dies, second episode.
Where do you think we are, Peter, here? What do you think?
I think this is a bit of a recap.
No, well, I mean, what do you think that set is supposed to be? What
I
do you
think that could be a radio studio.
Do you think so? What, something like Broadcasting House?
It's not commercial theatre. It's obviously a
BBC World Service,
BBC
perhaps.
World Service.
Do you think so?
Yes. Could well be.
What makes you think that?
The microphone.
Yes. And the control panel, perhaps?
And yes, so
So lanky cobblers again here.
yeah.
Yes.
It's not much of a recap, which is not bad.
It's the girl we've all been looking for.
Well, you're very lucky that the receptionist sent it to me. At least you can't meet
It's
mine.
extraordinary how this woman looks so different without the big glasses on. Isn't it?
If you take this girl from here...
Those glasses don't do anything for
They
it
don't
at
do any
all.
favours, but then they were pretty trendy in those days, weren't they?
That important.
Elton John wore glasses like that in the 70s.
Yep, Elton John did a lot of things in the 70s.
It still does.
Yes, he's been married in between.
Yeah. Whatever happened to this actor? Do you know? Did he carry
Well,
on?
I don't think there was a huge call for
Polish
lanky
actors.
Russians once this was...
Recorded on this tape.
Well, as you say, it was Cold War time.
But you'd think it, a character like that could be very big in films. You know,
He is big. He's about 6'8".
I could see him in a Bond film as a Russian agent
She
character.
has
you
got
know?
big eyes, isn't
No,
she?
Mike, it was too brief. Please try and communicate with her.
Pavlo, where are you? Just keep thinking to me and I'll be able to find you.
They tricked me. I wanted to send a message to my parents to tell them I'm alive.
Ah.
Come on, Pablo.
No, let's watch this punch again. I think this was quite...
There's a bit of a help.
Yeah, but it's so much better than all the other playing around in some of the other
But I had to
episodes.
take it. Look.
Yeah, well,
I
that's
mean,
all right.
watch this, look.
Yes. Did it hurt?
I probably did, I don't remember. Sounds like it would have.
Estelle Porter.
No, it was a good piece of acting. Don't put yourself down, Mike.
Oh, the old knife.
I got the flintlock F around my neck.
Oh, was that?
Yeah.
Can I see that?
Flintlock F. There you go.
Because the flintlock actually appear in later episodes, don't they?
They do indeed, Peter. Yes, we did
You
the
had a-
Hearts of Soggoth.
Oh, that's right, the one with the drum. That's
which
when
is
you do
what
the drum
Nick
beat. That...
quite liked.
Yeah.
And every time I played this funny rhythm, it conjured up
Right.
devilment worship factors.
Oh, Roger's writing this one again.
Well, he wrote all of them apart from the dreary black hole ones.
Like all one.
Oh dear.
No, Sergei, no. If you harm him,
It's like a dance routine, isn't it?
Isn't it?
I'll kill myself first. I mean it.
She does.
She does mean it.
He's too important to live here. We will take him. Ubierzaj z nieboszku.
A lot of people in that studio wondering what's going on.
Has the set changed again, or is that me, the lad?
Tables have moved.
Yeah, there's something different there.
They've added a table.
Oh, look, I'm in my
Oh,
flying
you've got your flying
jacket,
jacket.
which I wore in later episodes when we went flying, do you
Yes,
remember?
gliding. That's it,
But that was
correct.
my own jacket, that. That lasted for a long time. Ah, Vivian from the SAS. Now, what's happened to my jacket?
That is very true.
I jaunt with a flying jacket and reappear in a velvet
Didn't
suit.
she have on a red skirt?
Yes, the costume.
No, but it was... we're both in the wrong
To
outfits.
broadcast a message to her parents. But one of the producers working here was a KGB
I mean, I
secret
didn't
agent.
listen carefully enough. It may have been a completely different day.
Maybe I
but-
think you went off looking somewhere else and you've just ended up there. No, you wouldn't have done. You've gone straight to the studio, wouldn't you? That's where
I'll
Mike...
tell you what it is, and this explains everything. It's a spectra shift.
You don't mean the receptionist is...
It's a
If in
spectra
doubt,
shift.
if it's in doubt,
I'm wearing the
use
same
spectra
outfit.
Yeah,
shift,
you just
yes.
decided to change it.
Yes.
I wonder if there's anyone you can trust these days.
Yes, well, I know the
No.
feeling, yes.
Business there isn't.
Oh.
It's the dirtiest business in the world.
What about the direction on this? What do you reckon?
What, who directed it? Oh, you
Well,
mean
it's Vic Hughes directed.
the direction.
Yeah.
It's fine as far as it goes, but it, there's
See, I
one-
love this idea of punching in the numbers. There's actually no numbers on that to punch in. I
Random.
noticed
She
that
mimes it
yesterday.
well.
She does, yes.
Random
There's no numbers.
finger
Yes, there are.
acting.
Oh, I see what you mean.
And
who you are. It knows everything about
This is called computer. You have not yet seen computer.
Reach me? What do you mean?
what I have to tell you,
our
Pablo,
old tops don't look like that anymore.
applies not just to you, but to me, to all of us. During your training period.
Even the
in front
stripy
of you,
socks, I
Mason
mean, they really didn't do her any favours,
They
did they?
didn't, did they? No, it's a shame.
It depends what else she's wearing. If it was just the stripy socks, I think it would have been fine.
Ding dong.
I'll tell you later.
He's been spotted.
Now we have to go to...
Yes, let's undo that zip a bit further,
Now,
darling.
there's a professional actor for you. See, he knew it was going to make a clunk when it hit the bottom, so he just paused for the clunk before he said the next part of the sentence. True pro.
He's very young to be an SIS agent.
He's a teleporter. He can sing.
Now, the nurse with the sock on her head looks quite imposing.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to be allowed to speak, though.
She's
Should
not
we
gonna
take
say
odds?
much.
Should we take bets on whether she's going to be allowed to speak or not?
I don't think she'll speak.
But she definitely looks like a Russian nurse, if I've ever seen a
I
Russian
would like
nurse.
to interrogate him, Sergei. I cannot do that unless he's awake.
But if he decides to teleport, how can we prevent
To
it?
pot.
No, to teleport.
Teleport.
Yeah.
Teleport.
Comrade.
Big eggy pause. What are we
There
going to do?
was... Oh, here we go.
No, she's not going to speak. Ah.
You don't want to do that,
injection.
mate. You don't want to do that to a tomorrow person.
To keep him safely asleep.
Then he'll be shipped to Moscow in a diplomatic container.
That's very well put. I love it. A diplomatic container.
So, if he's unconscious, he wouldn't be able to teleport. Is that what it's all about?
Pretty much.
No! No!
Oh, he's
Whoa.
gone.
He's gone. He's done it.
He burst him.
Mike.
Am I back in my flying jacket again?
Tim, I thought you said
Yep.
this started
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
That's
Yeah, you're there.
very
She's back
funny,
in
that.
her red outfit.
Yeah, little Red Riding Hood gear. Oh, Grandma, what big eyes you've got.
Did they have continuity girls and people walking
Obviously
around
not.
for you? No?
Obviously
Taking
No,
them
but this is a
Polaroids?
case. But this is an example of one that was shot a month later and nobody remembered. It's it's just bad continuity. I must say I really like that jacket. I had that for years, if not 20 years, till it fell to bits.
That's a shame.
Yeah, very trendy now.
It must have been boiling.
Well, by all accounts, they nearly got you too.
Lucky they haven't got you out
Poor
of
old
the
Liz and her outfits really didn't quite...
Jaunting the way you do and not
Play
caring who
away.
sees you, you're asking for trouble.
Leave him alone, John. I think he's suffered enough.
Yeah.
No, he hasn't, as far as I'm concerned.
Sure.
Not as far as PVC's concerned.
There's still time, Nick.
There's still time.
I wonder what was in that.
That's not a Mike lead going to the chair.
I wonder what was in that hypodermic that you gave. I saw Peter hand to the nurse just before.
What was it? I've
Just
never been the
before
same
she-
since.
Just before she gave him a little prick with the needle.
Was Liz pregnant in this? Or
Nothing to do with me if she was.
Well, there's going to be a lot of slanderous letters flying around after this session today.
But she was pregnant soon into this, wasn't she?
I believe she was, though.
No, I don't
wasn't
think she was pregnant this early.
Is that you I can hear?
No, it's much later on, towards the end of the series.
All right.
Too right, darling.
Too right, darling.
That's it.
I see. I should have let her speak like Mike, then she'd have gone for me, wouldn't she?
Disappeared.
Never mind that. I'm safe, but where are you?
He's got lustful thoughts.
I think it's disgraceful for a 14-year-old to be
It's
knowing the
wonderful.
hots for a girl of this age.
How old
That's
was she
it.
meant to be playing? I thought she was about 17, 16, 17.
Yes, I'm all right, Mike.
Acceptable.
I'm glad that you're safe.
I'm coming to get you.
So which month and which year do you think this playby was? We've got a
Have a
phone,
look at my notes and find
phone
out.
number for the
I'll go back to you, Nick.
phone number for the back numbers department.
No, you must not. I will make no more contact with you. Our contact is at an end.
Pavla! Pavla!
You can just see,
Broken the
can't you?
contact. Why
See
did
what?
you do that?
Sorry.
He seemed afraid to me.
I want to go in there and get her. We'll all go.
No, Liz, two's enough.
Well, why you two?
Because Mike's the only one she'll speak to, and I...
Fancy
I
her.
just want to get a rubber tits.
Oh, dear.
I want to fumble with them.
You can't say that.
Can't say that. I was going to make a comment about the biggest hits in town earlier on. About Mike's record, hoping it would be the biggest hit in town. Oh, the old padlocks again.
Look at that.
Beautiful thing.
Please.
The British Secret Service must be way ahead of our KGB.
We're not the Secret Service.
No, we don't have anything to do with them. Now, here, put this on and we take you away from here.
No, Mike.
But it won't harm you. You see how we appear and disappear. With this on, you'll be able to do the same and get out of here.
Go on, grab the mic.
There's something I must
Come
do
on.
first.
Let's have some
Socks.
love interest in this.
It happens. There's a little
For me.
But we're not the
dalliance with you two.
telling you.
But they will think you are, and that
She's
will be
having
enough.
trouble with her drawers.
Yeah, she can't get a drawer.
Can't get her drawers. Can't get her drawers out. No.
I'll tell
Here she is
Nice
with her-
set.
Look,
Yes.
I like this one. I mean, look, if she doesn't want to come, just leave her. Just broken in.
Now go.
Mike, I think I can hear someone coming.
Come
Let's
on.
go.
Handcuff me. I don't want them to suspect you being...
Oh, look at that.
Cuff me. There's an offer.
What have we done to him? Have we?
You've knocked him out, you've stunned him.
Have we?
And he gets into a
He
right
looks
load
like-
of old trouble now.
Looks like the commissioner at the local Odeon in those days, doesn't he?
Look at that. I mean, he just goes
likes
whacking one all the time.
One hand.
That's a nice line. One way ticket to Siberia.
Oh, the
look,
quiff's back.
I hate my haircut. It's horrible.
Why are you going for this quiff all
I
of a
don't
sudden?
know.
Ooh,
It's
yes,
all
it's-
plastered down. I must have thought she'd fancy me. I suppose.
Trying any angle.
Trying anything desperate. Yeah.
Like BBC when he was putting these things in his costume to be noticed.
There are some beautiful costume Nick wears in the future, viewers.
Let's stuff a pair of socks down the front of my astronaut suit.
It worked.
Effect alternative plan zebra.
Now, where's that film? That looks like...
Well, she just told you where it was. Bayswater Road.
Is that
Road,
Bayswater
yes.
Road?
Probably isn't.
That's a nice
And
mark.
the tax list seemed to say 1974. Does that sound about right? We shot this? No, a bit later than that, surely, much later.
Oh, this is where they say it's actually on the Bishop's Avenue, which is in Highgate, which is just down the road from where I live now.
you,
And
yeah.
it's Millionaires Road.
I think quite a few corners from where you live now,
Yeah,
actually.
well, it isn't that far, actually.
Isn't it?
Not right now.
No.
But they mention the Bishop's in this. No, I don't think it is the Bishop's, because that's really...
Now, going back
film.
to your point, this would be about 1975.
Yeah.
Is it 75 or 76?
Well, I thought the tax list said 74. It must have said 76.
Loads of rovers. Very popular in this programme, rovers.
That is the Bayswater Road. That's Holland Park.
Yeah.
Look at those buildings on the right there. We're coming down towards Shepherd's Bush round about the bottom of the A40 spur, or M40 spur, if it was there in those days.
Fascinating.
There you go.
Yeah. The rover's still following. Who's driving the rover, then?
Vivian Heilbrunn, she's from the SAS.
yes.
SIS.
SIS, that's
Yes.
right.
And being about as subtle as
A yellow rover can be.
as indeed. He's getting a little suspicious. We are being followed.
Let's put skidding effects
Oh,
on.
there he is. Steve Ismay.
Yeah, that's the one.
Who's now in EastEnders as the non-speaking extra. Do you notice he's always in it?
No,
I don't watch the
really?
programme.
Been in it for years. Well, since the beginning, I think. He's one of the market people. Because he ruined my motorbike.
Oh, she's flashing them.
Yeah.
You see, we've got car chases. This is what we were saying we were missing. You see, it makes it interesting.
It does.
Yeah. I think being stuck in a place with a black hole is not exactly exciting. This is very
Oh,
good.
undercranked, but it works. Yes.
Like something from the Sweeney, this
It is,
is.
isn't it?
But the only
Better.
trouble here, this bit here is just a bit ridiculous.
Why?
They don't,
Did she disappear?
No.
the crashes are
The crash,
disappointment.
there we go. Oh dear. That cardboard must be real killer,
Oh,
that one.
yeah.
Cardboard knocked you out.
Cardboard really would hurt.
Something's happened to her.
I think she's dead, Jim.
There's the old ambulance again.
I insist that you be taken to
Royce Mills.
That's it.
I'm sorry, the girl is far too seriously injured.
Oh, look who it is.
Old Royce. He used to do loads of warm-ups for...
Yeah, very funny.
very funny bloke.
No, of course not.
Well, she will, and she lets you get...
Did he write? He wrote a lot of stuff as well, didn't he? Because he's not acting anymore, he just does all that.
Really?
My government will make a strong diplomatic protest. They will be questioned us at the United Nations.
Don't clam his
Really got
fingers.
his hand jabbed in the door, yes.
That was close.
Very close.
Ambulance.
Ah.
Ah.
No, he goes against the grain.
We all have to do our bit for our country when the need arises. How is she really?
Not too bad. Mild concussion.
Nothing that a
Black eye, let's have a quick...
centre page in Pablo wouldn't sort out.
She's still got the pop socks on.
That all depends.
We haven't got that long. Left at the next turning, driver.
No, the hospital's that way.
We're not going to a hospital. Poor pathetic fool.
This is all background
From the police radio message,
Notting Hill, I suppose.
a traffic accident. But there was more to it than that. Pavla was supposed to have been taken to the Anselm Accident Hospital. but she seems to have been taken somewhere else.
Your hair's looking... Ooh.
It's weird, isn't it?
It's really done...
plastered, it's horrible.
Yes.
I assumed the ambulance was on its way to
Hairspray.
the hospital, so I didn't bother to track its course.
Now, the Russians got her back, Tim.
Not according to a telephone call from a phone box to the Russian embassy, which I intercepted a short while
I can't remember how this ends now. It's so really interesting because do you not find when you look back on these, because they were, as you quite rightly said earlier, Peter, either there was a strike or there was a or they downed tools. The continuity of them, the through thread is very difficult to follow, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just we haven't watched them endlessly ever since.
Exactly, there is that as well.
I do remember...
there is it very disjointed sometimes because the editing is a bit kind of whoa, where they go.
Didn't she go running out of a window and explode?
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
You were sent out on the Penn Square traffic accident?
Yes, I was.
Well, where did you take the patient to?
Yes.
And you're half an hour overdue. It really is most irregular.
Liz is quite bossy to him at this point.
To another destination.
Well, where?
I'm not sure that I should tell you.
Dr. Taylor, you know I must make a record of the destination you took the patient to.
Who exactly are you?
Well, why not? Why shouldn't I tell you? I was a large private house surrounded by...
I was a large private house?
I was a large private house?
Bishop's Avenue, there you go. He says it's a large private house in Bishop's Avenue. And it's not. Well, it might be, but I can't imagine anyone being allowed to film down there.
Down where? Bishop's Avenue?
Yeah. Because the Sultan of Brunei owns half of the damn place.
It's a public road.
There's
Ooh, look.
your car, Nick.
Oh, look at that.
That looks like Bishop's, I suppose. And you still have that car to this day, don't you?
I do still have that car to this day. Somebody backed into it the other day and redesigned the front end, but...
Oh, you're joking.
I do still have it. Different haircut there.
Yeah.
Oh, look.
Oh, they're draining her.
We will take the information from your mind.
Am I right? Is it Trevor Bannister? Does he reappear or was he killed?
No, he's dead.
It's a different person, is it?
It's a different person.
What took you so long?
What are you doing to her?
Let me have a go. How dare you?
I want to be first.
What a strange-shaped nostril.
I'm afraid so. We're having to go faster than I would like to normally.
Well, stop it.
That was my problem, I think.
I'm sorry, that's not possible.
You've got to.
I don't like it any more than you do.
How do you know what he likes?
She's a mind reader. It isn't like our telepathy, it's automatic. She reads the minds of everyone she meets.
Look at that for a computer in the background. I mean, that was typical of the day, wasn't
it?
I wonder how they actually operate. Was there someone behind it turning
Twisting,
it?
I think so, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
And they wouldn't even give you that job, would they?
Oh, dear God.
Oh, God. When does it end?
It does hope end soon. I'm out of here.
This reign of abuse. I'd go to the sun if I was you.
In fact, if you're looking at this, I've got the same hairdo and the flying jacket in every scene.
Yeah.
So what was that other scene all about? With a different hairdo and a different outfit?
Must have been a
strike,
segment
mustn't
away
it?
or a strike away.
Yeah.
I think it's time we pay them a visit.
I'm not getting very many close-ups in this. I'm wondering if Roger was directing this lot. Did we
No,
see?
it's Vic Hughes.
Vic Hughes, was it?
No, it's
Okay.
Vic.
Oh, right, okay.
Mike, don't do anything foolish.
No, don't do anything foolish, Mike.
No.
Just get her thrown out the window and blow up. Oh, dear.
You don't think that will do any good, do you?
Why did you come here?
To talk about Pavla.
They've arranged her hands very nicely, haven't they? For somebody who's...
Mikey. Yeah. Look, Mikey.
She's having the brain sucked out of her.
If you are not with the SIS, what is your party motive?
You might say I represent the youth of the world.
Very good.
What are you laughing at, Peter?
I'm thinking of innuendos going through my head.
Inferences.
Yes.
Where have you taken Pablo? I should like to see.
Well, that's just it. We don't have her. She's been held
None of us did.
No one had it.
danger.
Oh, look.
It's not according to that.
Essex. And why does it say Essex
On what?
on that machine?
Well,
It says
maybe,
Essex.
maybe it was made in Essex or by David Essex or...
They've got her on this brain reading machine. It's draining her mind of information. But it's not her fault. No one could stand up to that machine.
It looks like they made a very nice chair for that set and had some material left over and thought, let's make a lampshade.
The desk is a bit tatty, isn't it?
Yeah, but the look of the
Bashed.
lampshade, it's made out of that cushion material.
We'll make a diplomatic protest or something. Anything to get her off that rotten machine.
Ah.
Oh, that's difficult to do.
Not very flattering on headgear, is it?
Not flattering headgear?
No.
No.
No, she's not
Oh, well, yes.
blonded out.
Thank you for the information.
Thank you for the information.
They didn't know.
Comrade?
There's not very many actors in this, is there? But yeah, it's quite...
You mean... Apart from me, you mean?
Apart from you, yes. Like,
Oh dear.
members of the cast, I should say.
You do have friends.
And yet there's
don't you?
Vivian Harbour's a good
quite a lot
actress.
going on.
She's
Not
still
as bad as it looked, eh?
still performing.
Well, again, we've got this movement from exterior to interior, and you've got
It
the
works very
lab,
well, yeah.
and it's movement, which was very lacking in the.
I was doing my job.
She's got a different hairstyle there too, look.
I was doing my duty.
Nothing happened with her then, Nick?
Well,
Any
believe it or
gossip
not,
you've got on her?
Believe it or not, no, she's a very lovely lady. She's a bit old for me, of course.
Oh dear. Another letter on the way.
To the Russian embassy.
What on earth did you do that for?
Well, I thought they might be able to do something to help.
Yes, you put your foot right in it now, Mike, I believe.
She's worried they think she's a traitor. I had to tell them she isn't.
Da.
Duh.
Da.
Da.
Da da da
Da,
da
da,
da 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 da. Niet,
Now, who's
niet,
he
niet,
been speaking
da, da,
to
da.
then?
His superior. You told you he was going to ring his superior. Despite the fact he comes from a communist. You know,
So now he's got
socialist
to
republic.
press the old button on her, has
Yes.
Yeah, no, he's. Mind you, 4 numbers will give you a huge number of combinations.
he? Could do.
Aged
If
18.
they were
Don't
numbered.
worry, Pepper. We're
Aged
going to take
18.
you away from here. And you needn't worry about your boss. I squared it with him.
Mike, what do you mean?
I told him
I talked to your
everything.
boss. You know, Comrade Stavlovsky. I told him the SAS had got you and put you on that mind-reading machine. That it wasn't your fault if they...
It's interesting in the credits that they call it KGB Man 1, KGB Man 2. They don't actually call them their names.
Is this where she jumps out the window and blows up?
Oh, no, look, there's some... Yes.
Yes, yes. There's some interest.
There's some new lights.
Get away from me! Get him away from me! Come on, Mike! Get away from the door!
What is going on?
Every important KGB agent has a small explosive device surgically
Yes.
inserted in their
Yes,
body.
it's... Oh, dear.
Activated by remote control if the KGB
It's a blow-up job, isn't it?
Yep.
Yes. Blow up.
My special powers to stop it going up.
And he's back in again. one quick grope before you go.
This is it. Oh dear.
Well, you get
Yeah,
pushed
there
to
we
the
go.
ground, out the window, and whoa.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Pretty
again.
nasty, wasn't it?
Pretty nasty.
Instant Joan of Arc.
Upset a load of the TP fans.
Yes.
She was set out to save me. It was me that killed her.
Yep, it was.
Mike.
No two ways about it.
Well, it's certainly more interesting than most of the heavenly bodies we have
Yes.
to contend with in this place.
What a.
Well, that's a nice little 2 episodes.
That was very interesting. And again, quality, a bit of money spent, less in the
Absolutely.
cast, more money for the set.
And now I'm going to take my leave. I'm off. Nick Young has been driving me mad. Mike, great to see you again.
Good to see you too. Good luck with the next production.
Does that mean he's finally out?
I'm finally gone now.
SS Sergeant. Oh, SIS.
SIS. Well, you can't argue with someone blowing up.
Having your brain sucked out. Yes. Very.
When your brain drained.